Hello, Virgo. You see, we have a card out already. Here's your reading for April 2026. I already started to record this. I had an issue, so here we are. Anyway, if you want to book a personal reading with me, the website and other links are in the description box. Also, stay tuned in for the whole reading because towards the end, we're going to be pulling yes or no answers for you if you have a question. Otherwise, let's see what your April 2026 forecast looks like. You've got the Four of Swords, Rest and Rejuvenate. Bottom of the deck, Wisdom, the Hierophant. Talk about, you know, it's very monk-like, very hermit-like, very taking time out, meditating, breathing, rest, recovery, recouping, taking a break. Maybe you need a break, Virgo. Maybe you need a vacation. Maybe this month, maybe it is spring break this month, right? Um, you need space. You need to tune out distractions. You need to quiet the noise, is what I'm getting, Virgo. There's, you're kind of like spiritually ready for a new level on your ascension path, on your journey. And it requires a lot of alone time. And it requires a lot of, I know this is not the hermit. I know it's the hierophant, but I'm seeing this as the hermit. It requires a lot of self discovery, self study, self research, um, just a lot of one on one time with you, with the man in the mirror. Okay. Um, Now, I am also seeing that something that has required a lot of time, effort, money, energy of yours, something you invested in for a very long time. Okay. And this is something that you have held close to you as a tradition, right? Or as um, something repetitive. Maybe it's a part of your daily routine. I don't know, Virgo, okay? This is something that you have been dealing with for a very long time. You might be accepting separation with it. So you might be, and this might just be taking a break from it. I'm not seeing it as a saying completely goodbye, but I'm seeing it as a I need time. I need space. So let's see what else that's about. Because you need that rejuvenation. You need to fill your own cup back up. I'm not saying that you're running on empty. I'm not saying that that gas light is on, but I am saying you're running at about a quarter tank. So you're approaching, you know, the time to go to the gas station, if that makes sense, Virgo. Let's see. What else for Virgo? Page of Earth. Scholarly, dependable, patient, and successful. Good news about financial matters. Wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. That's funny. This is the teacher archetype. That's the Hierophant. Then you have the student archetype. That's the Page of Pentacles. Balance. Archangel Zadkiel. Temperance. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. Patience. When you're sitting still, Virgo, something is going to force you to stop. You're going to come to a screeching halt in a situation because you're going to be I'm also seeing like the hangman. Not forced, maybe not forced. That's a bad word. You're going to be, I almost said it again. So maybe it is forced, but you're going to be put in a position where you're having to stop, to pause, to reflect, to think, to not move forward. This feels like it's a month of slowing down, taking your time, and stopping or just reflecting. Not about action. This feels like a month of being, not doing. Learning, studying, researching, gathering information. Okay? Um it is two cards also about something good manifesting. So that's awesome. And it says good news. So this could be just an offer, an opportunity. Again, a piece of information maybe that you learned about a financial matter or just your finances in general, abundance in general. Um, I think the biggest, excuse me, I have the hiccups. That's why I paused the video. I think the biggest key here is it's a period of waiting. of waiting, watching, planning, strategizing. Not, I said a week, a month of taking action, head first, impulsivity. It's not a month of that. It's a month of calculated, planned out, strategized, small movements, small moments, not anything big, Virgo, okay? Ooh, jeez. Temperance again, by the way. I don't want that. I do want temperance, though. That 10 of Wands, I think, didn't need to come out. For Virgo, please. There's that doorway, right? There's that threshold going from one timeline to another. Again, moderation, balance, the devil. This is an interesting combination, Virgo. And then you got bright future. Yeah, you got a really good card on the bottom of the deck. This is an interesting combination. I pay attention when I see the devil card and the temperance card put together. I read something a very long time ago in a very old tarot book that said, and it never left my mind. So every time I see this, I pay attention. It's like my ears perk up. Temperance is the healer, is the, literally it's the card of balance, right? But it is the healer and the balance to the devil card. So when you have both together, it's a huge sign of relief. Okay, it's a huge sign of you beating the devil, whatever that means to you right now, okay? And I will say also, sometimes when I have a combination like this, it's about addiction. All right. Maybe it's not you dealing with addiction. Maybe it's someone else that you know that's dealing with addiction. And also, and I know that everyone's going to get triggered right now, addiction can come in many forms. It doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol. It's definitely cigarettes. It could be coffee. It could be being addicted to work, like being a workaholic. Okay. You can be addicted to so many things. I personally believe that at any point in time, every single person deals with some form of addiction. Every single person. Because that's that inner saboteur archetype, right? And we all have the 4 basic survival archetypes: the child, the victim, the prostitute, and the saboteur. So the saboteur is going to come up and give us some kind of addiction to deal with. So this is overconsumption, right? This is like gluttony. This is like lust. These are like the 7 deadly sins. And then you've got temperance, which is the complete opposite: moderation, balance, patience. Again, that's the healer. It's fine to have a cookie, just don't have a whole box of cookie every single day, right? That's the key. So take that analogy and work it into everything in your life. So much easier said than done, but that's why I'm giggling, right, Virgo? I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the fact, like, that's much easier said than done. And you will be able to live a very balanced life. It's about balancing, weighing things out. Now, I love that you have this good news a few times, and then you've got the 3 of Wands in the bottom, and it's the Fool there for me right now. Interesting is the 7 of Swords, so again, don't let that inner saboteur archetype take control of your life this month. So you do have a new beginning on the horizon. It is on the horizon. I'm not saying, I don't think it's going to manifest this month. It might, maybe towards the end of the month. But it's more like it's coming. You can feel it coming. You can feel a wonderful new beginning. You at least get information about that new beginning. I think you get news about that new beginning. You get the opportunity, the doorway to open up, but I don't think you walk through that doorway yet. Not just yet. Again, it's about getting all the information, gathering all the resources, studying, especially yourself, Hermit. You've got the Moon on top of Temperance. And it's a very interesting depiction of the moon in this deck. The sea monsters trying to get her. The power of stillness. The power of stillness. That's really the key this month for you, Virgo. That's the answer. The power of stillness, especially emotionally and spiritually. Again, 3 of Wands is back, but it's with the 5 of Swords. It's been a hard-fought battle. That's what I want to say. This is more like a I think this Five of Swords is here because you've dealt with a lot of win or lose situations and not a lot of win-win situations. And it's been a hard-fought battle, a hard-fought journey. Yeah, a long journey to get to this horizon. You see, it's similar energies with these, right? The sun shining over that new beginning that, again, you can feel coming. You know it's coming. Like you're anticipating this new beginning. You know it's there. It's almost here. Like it's within reach, right? That's really what's going to keep you kind of staying focused at the matter at hand, you know, with the goal, with the intention of what you're trying to manifest. Oh, whoa. Again. And then you have the Lovers on the bottom. Again, the Devil right now feels like just overconsumption of something. Taking in too much. Too much of a good thing does exist, you know? Again, eating too much, drinking too much, something. Or just emotionally giving too much. Maybe sometimes it's about giving yourself emotionally to another person or to a person, place, or thing. Let's say it that way. Yeah, this combination kind of feels like, is it love or is it lust, you know? Yeah, because well, that's not love. Feeling lonely, feeling unsupported, unloved is not loved. Literally, this is the unsupported and unloved card right underneath the Lovers. And then there's exposure of that. There's vulnerability within that. But let's get a yes or no answer because my dogs are a little bit excited today. All right, let's see. Think of a yes or no question, and we're going to get an answer right now for you to close out this reading. There it is. Okay, well, it is a no. Unlikely. Now, unlikely can just mean a no, right? But it can also mean it's just not likely right now. So, right, that's what I'm getting more like. It's a no for right now. All right. Again, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, everything is linked in the description box. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.